Welcome back to the Unknown Origins podcast. We're back. It's been a while since we've recorded. It's been like a week and a half.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, but we're getting back on track. We're here. I'm ready to go.
A lot's happened in between that, mainly on the us watching things.
Yes.
We finished a ton.
We did.
We finished ReZero. Ben, quick review on ReZero.
The first season. Oh my God. Don't make me do that.
First season ReZero. Quick review. Just quick, one sentence.
Sad.
Sad?
One word. I was sad.
Okay, one word, sad. He was very upset at the end.
I was very upset.
He was angry. He was angry. We finished Chainsaw Man in 2 days. Quick review of Chainsaw Man.
I really like Chainsaw Man.
Cool.
I am so excited for the movie.
Me too. I'm really excited for that ReZe movie.
Be great.
It's probably out by the time they've seen this. So
Probably.
let us know in the comments. How was the Chainsaw Man movie? Woo. And then we finished part 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yes.
Quick review of JoJo's.
So I don't know. I really like JoJo's. I've already seen about half of part 1 like 3 times. I'll just start it and then I'm like, I don't really want to get into this right now because I know how long it is. It's not crazy long like One Piece, but it's long.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a commitment.
Yeah.
It's 6 seasons, 5 because parts 1 and 2 get combined into a season.
But I'm very excited to like actually get into it because it's always looked really cool, and I'm excited. I know stands don't have until like part 4. But 3. Okay, so not as long as I thought.
Yeah, we got a little bit.
Okay. But I'm very excited for that.
And then I started watching Attack on Titan.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
like 9 episodes
Finally.
in. Sasha's the best girl. Sasha's the best girl, Ben.
Okay.
Do you have a problem?
No, I don't have a problem with that.
A problem with Sasha, the best girl?
You can have that opinion. I don't share that opinion, but you're allowed to have that
Ben
opinion.
has problems. He has a problem with the best girl ever. She's a brunette with a ponytail, which, you know, I love.
Her only personality trait is potato.
No, there's more, Ben. She likes more than potatoes. She also likes the meat that was in the cabin.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about that scene. Because a big trope in anime is this character eats a lot.
Yeah.
And that is a trope, and that can be very one note. Yeah. Itsuki from Quintessential Quintuplets is definitely that.
Or Sasha from Attack on Titan
No.
is that.
She lightens not only the show itself, but also the gang and boost the morale. Let's talk about that scene with the meat that she stole from the captain's quarters or wherever she stole the hunk of meat, you know?
A hunk of meat.
It was ham or whatever.
Yeah.
So
ham.
She steals it, she walks in, she's like, guys, look what I got! And they're like, Sasha, you're gonna get court-martialed, you stole that. And she's like, no, but it's fine, you know how hard meat's been to get around. And everyone's like, yeah, let's have some, yay, we're having a good time. And then the Colossal Titan shows up.
Yep.
And everything gets serious.
Yep.
And when you get that serious drop, you need the juxtaposition of the lightheartedness to make that moment feel even more. So she brings that brevity. She brings the lightheartedness so that when the show gets serious, there it is.
That's fair. I understand. You're not wrong at all. I genuinely understand the point that you're trying to make.
Because
I think I'm just so involved, when I'm watching the show, in all of the seriousness, the action that's happening, that I forget that it does kind of need that.
It would be almost too melodramatic if it was only I'm Eren, and I'm a fascist, and I'm gonna be crazy, and we gotta kill the Titans, and we gotta put them all in a camp. Oh, we gotta get over all of them. It'd be way too much,
That's
man.
Fair. That's fair. I mean, you can take out Sasha and Eren then. Would that make it better?
You know what? Actually.
Can I just have the rest of the show?
Can I get a show with that? Can I get an Attack on Titan without Eren, please? That'd be great.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I want. Next great idea. Somebody out there, you got it from us. I don't know who it is, but you got it from us.
Okay, are we going to talk about Pokemon now?
Yeah, let's do that, actually.
All right, so if you didn't know who we are, and if you couldn't tell based off of our 5 minutes of Attack on Titan talk, we're a Pokemon podcast, and we're going through all of Pokemon, starting with Indigo League. I don't know what camera to look at.
All of them.
I'm off.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them. So, we're talking about Pokemon. We're starting with Indigo League. We're on episode 26 of Indigo League. That is right in the middle of Ash's journey. He has 5 matches now? 4. 5. 5. Sabrina and Erica just got
Yeah.
lost in the shuffle there.
It's all good.
Honestly, it's Surge that I keep forgetting about.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like Brock and Misty, you know them, and we just did Sabrina and Erica.
That's fair.
And I feel like Surge is just in the middle there, kind of getting
I
lost.
feel like, okay, I don't know if you know what a Professor Oak's challenge is. Have you ever heard of that term?
I've never heard of that.
Okay, so essentially you get as many Pokemon as you can before each badge, right? So you level up your Pokemon so they fully evolve before you get each badge, all that. Lieutenant Surge is the last one you really need in Kanto before you can go pretty much everywhere. So I know the first 3 by like the back of my hand because that's always like, okay, I have to do everything I can before Lieutenant Surge, and then the rest of the game is unlocked, and I kind of do whatever else in whatever order. And I've tried to do it a couple times, so that's where my brain is at. So I know Surge is 3. And then after that, it gets kind of foggy for me for a second. You can also do the rest in whatever order. So, yeah.
Well, I'm watching Pokemon, and we've watched about 28 episodes so far, and it's all starting to blend together.
Yeah, a little bit.
And it's been over the course of several months for us.
Yeah.
So it's just been a lot of Pokemon.
It is, yeah. It's a lot. I feel like it's... Sorry.
We just ate dinner, so we're a little gassy and a little
gassy.
off. So apologies. We'll get this figured out.
I do feel like where we are now is kind of, I know we've talked about it the last like 2 episodes, but where we are now is just kind of where they throw things at the wall, see what sticks. It's the side stories, it's the weird stuff.
We're
it's okay.
meandering.
We have to take longer to do everything. We have to meander. So I feel like it definitely gets kind of lost in the sauce a little bit, but that's okay. We all do sometimes.
Speaking of meandering, episode 26, which is titled Hypno's Nap Time. It came out on September 30th, 1997 in Japanese, and October 13th, 1998 in English. And as always, we have our favorite game, which is Who Was That Pokemon? Where I will ask Ben who he thinks the Pokemon was in the Who Is That Pokemon segment, because we don't have them in the version that we're watching. So, Ben, who was that Pokemon?
I'm going to say it was Hypno.
No, it was Psyduck.
Why was it? Because he's at the end.
He's at the beginning, like he's like in the middle, like right before the commercial break. I think immediately before the commercial break is Hypno and Drowsy.
Yeah.
We haven't really explained what or who they are yet.
Okay, that's fair. That's why I wrote Hypnos, because we introduced them right before. And I wasn't sure if it was going to be Drowsy or Hypno, but it was
Psyduck, of all things.
All right.
The other yellow psychic type.
Other yellow psychic type. Is psychic? I don't think Psyduck's psychic.
Is he not? Oh yeah, he is water.
Yeah, he's water.
True. The other yellow Pokemon that's in this episode.
There we go.
Sorry, I forgot which one he wasn't.
No, you're okay. You're okay.
So Ash has just battled with Erica, and the team finds themselves exploring Hop Town. It's got to be a borough in Celadon. Like, they're still there. I don't know if borough's the right term. Subdivision.
It's just very odd that that's what they decided to name it.
Of
it's got to be a translation thing of some sort.
Yeah, totally. And it might be like the onomatopoeia for hop.
Fair. Yeah, I don't know what that would be, but that would make sense.
And I don't know that off the top of my head.
What the heck, Devon?
Sorry, I know stare is G, and dog barking is 1, and cat meowing is nya.
Fair. I know Clefairy is pee-pee in Japanese.
Yes, she is pee-pee.
About all I know.
All right. While the gang is exploring around the Hop Town, a lady comes over and she mistakes Ash for her own son, Arnold. Arnold is lost, and you come to find out that there are a lot of other kids that have gone missing, and we see a ton of missing posters on a wall. In fact, there's so many wanted posters on this wall that Officer Jenny, who's trying to put up new posters, has run out of room.
Yes.
This is a disturbing image.
It is very much so. I mean, that's crazy to think that like there are this many kids that are like missing, and they've been missing for a few days now.
3 days.
3 days.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That nothing has really come of it. Like, all right, we'll stick up another poster.
We're working on it, but like, man, this is getting concerning.
I also wanted to point out that she also looks a lot like Ash's mom, like the character model does. Like
they drew Ash's mom.
They did.
They drew her.
And then they're like, wait, you're my son. And wait, you're my mom. Just kidding. No, you're not. Not quite.
Brock comes up to Officer Jenny, and he does the whole bit because he has to. Mm-hmm. And Brock agrees to help her find all of the kids. And Ash also agrees to help find the kids because he sees this woman, and he's reminded of his mom. And then we get a flashback to Beauty and the Beach, the episode you can't watch in English.
Yup.
When I saw this, I was like, wait, no. Because we've seen Ash's mom in one scene, and that was in episode one.
First episode.
And then they show footage that I have not seen of Ash's mom, and I immediately went to, oh, this is from the band episode. Because she's at the beach and Professor Oak's there.
Mm-hmm. Of course he is.
We're going to cover Beauty and the Beach in not that many episodes from now.
Yeah, just a few more.
Like, eventually we'll get there and we'll talk about all the band episodes in one. But for right now, we're left thinking, why?
Yep. It makes sense to use the most recent scene that she's in for the flashback.
Because it was like 6 or so episodes ago. Like, from like the Japanese team's perspective.
Yeah.
They're like, the last time we saw this woman was in Beauty and the Beach, and then we'll use that, and we'll play off of that.
Then the English team just decided to not change that at all.
No, because we're transphobic. Mm-hmm. And we can't have this.
Yeah.
And so it's like fun to see that like this actually caused problems.
Yes. I mean, it did kind of
immediately after.
Yeah, in the last.
And they did a good job of like hiding it by being like, okay, well, like explain who this character is, kind of, but like it still was like, oh, now there's this other character that we're throwing in right at the end who's like connected. It's like, well, that's kind of weird. Why is she here? But now it's
we have
like,
another direct reference that took a scene from that episode and just said, here's this. You don't know what it is, but here it is.
Look at this.
Yeah.
And like, if you're a kid, you might be a little confused. Well, you might like look past it, but I'm sure like...
Well, I remember being a kid and being semi-lost in the beginning of every episode because I wouldn't watch them chronologically. I would just watch them when they were on.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's also part of the kind of... You know,
I just missed that one.
Yeah, exactly. That's where my brain immediately went. Like, I don't remember this. It's probably nothing. And then your brain
I'm like, where?
And as soon as I saw you react to it, I'm like, this is the band episode. That's exactly what this is. I know what this is. And then we came over to your laptop, pulled it right up.
Yeah, I had to use some methods to get the episode pulled up.
Yeah. So that was very interesting.
All right, we're looking for all the kids. The gang follows Jenny in order to solve the mystery, and they go to the Pokemon Center to ask all the kids there for clues. It's fun to see the Pokemon Center being acted like a community center.
Yeah,
or like a daycare of some kind.
I also kind of wanted to point out here, I think that in the Fire Red, Leaf Green remakes, they actually kind of reference this episode a little bit on the Sevi Islands plot, which was all new for the GBA games compared to Red and Blue. There's a plot on, I think it's 3 Island, where a kid gets lost and like drug into the woods by a hypno, and they make a lot of like kind of parallels between the episode, which I just kind of thought it was a neat.
Do they mention Beauty and the Beach at all?
They don't.
Okay,
unfortunately.
Cool. Good. At least they got that right.
Yeah, at least it's consistent, But yeah, I thought it was neat. A lot of parts of this episode kind of reminded me of that subplot there. So. Yeah.
Brock is continuing to be annoying around Jenny, just calling her pretty all the time, because of course. Ash has seemingly caught on to all of the Joys and Jenny's being related, because he looks at Joy and he's like, oh, let me guess, your sister's that person from that gym over there, and your other sister's over there.
And then she says, actually, it's my cousin's cousin, which is so
second
stupid.
Cousin. No, he says, like, your second cousin is, and then she's like, no, my cousin's cousin, which is what second cousins are, right?
Well, not quite.
Okay, no, right.
Yeah. Cousins second cousin is like your cousin's kids.
Okay.
It's like, so it's like a...
So what would your cousin's cousin be? Is that when you get into the
twice removed?
Twice removed,
yeah,
okay, there
it's
we go.
like how far back you have to go to actually like share a relative by blood.
Okay.
It's weird. Yeah. I don't ask how I know that. It's a weird... it's a weird whole thing.
I am the guy who has seen an anime called Domestic Girlfriend.
No, it's not, Devon.
It's okay. No judgment here.
My dad and I were in this Puzzle League thing, and there was
Pokemon Puzzle League?
No, not Puzzle League. I was playing that yesterday, though. It's a fun game.
What is this episode? We haven't even gotten to the wacky stuff.
Haven't. It's fine. It's fine.
Anyway, explain why you know.
Okay, so my dad and I were in this like puzzle competition thing, and one of them was like a bunch of like dogs, and you had to figure out like how the dogs were related, and the numbers that you got from like first removed, second cousin, whatever, was like the solution to the puzzle, and it was cool. And I had to learn a lot more than that I ever care to know.
About
but I know that now. So there's that.
All right.
Yeah.
The Pokemon at the Pokemon Center are being affected by something. And all the Pokemon seem to have a lack of energy. Psyduck seems normal, though.
Yeah, Psyduck's just like that.
Jenny is getting a signal on her sleep wave detector, and the gang deduces that these sleep waves must be affecting the Pokemon. Just fake science.
Fake science.
Fake science.
They just had to make up something so it pseudo made sense for the episode. But
Yeah.
it worked.
Team Rocket is also tracking the sleep waves, and they're also here, in order to make their boss fall asleep so they can get a vacation.
I love this plot. Like,
Yeah.
it's stupid, but I think this is one of the funniest ones that they've had.
Yeah, like, I guess in, like, the Goofy episodes, a Goofy Team Rocket plot is, like, just par for the course.
Exactly.
When we're getting serious and we get a Goofy Team Rocket plot, it's
Then
like,
it's like,
okay.
you're dragging it off a little bit.
You don't need to be here. But if we're already in the Goofy area, and
Exactly.
Team Rocket lives in the Goofy area.
Absolutely, they do. Absolutely. That's when they drug a phone booth by the phone cord. That was the Goofy era. And that's what they live in.
The sleep waves are coming from a mansion on top of a skyscraper. And also, Ben, I want to bring up, you're not crazy. In that, like, the Pokemon Center, and you're like, why is there an echo?
The echo, okay.
That was there.
Okay.
That was put in by the dub for some reason.
And they didn't specify. Okay. While we were watching this, I brought it up, and you're like, "Oh, they're in a big room, so maybe it's just like an echo." But I noted, like, as soon as it started happening, I was like, "Man, it's like the audio is like off for some reason. Like it just sounds like a flashback. Like it sounds like it's
There's a slight echo in the Pokemon Center and also the mansion.
Yeah,
I made note to bring that up to you. That's why it's in a weird spot.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that because that was like one of my next notes.
Yeah.
On there. Yeah.
So Ash and Brock knock down the door to reveal a party with a Drowsy and Hypno present in this big ol' mansion. And we find out that Drowsy evolved into Hypno 3 days ago. Suspiciously, that's when the kids started disappearing. And this is the Pokemon Lovers Club. And they are using Hypno as a sleep aid because all of the members of the club have insomnia. What is happening?
Who knows?
What is happening? I was like looking to see if this plot was like dub exclusive, but no, it seems like this is what the sub was doing. And it just seems so bonkers.
Yeah, it is a really weird.
Like, all of it is so odd.
Yeah.
Like, I would have thought that maybe Hypno was being a little bit more, like, sinister in any way. Especially with, like, the Sevi Islands that you were talking about. And the stuff in, like, the Pokedex.
Well, that's all you ever see about Hypno and the Pokedex is, oh, it's one of the darkest Pokedex entries. But it's fine here.
He's just hanging out.
He's just a guy. He's doing his thing.
And, like, they're just like, oh, we need to sleep better because we love Pokemon. And we just want to stay up all night talking about it, blah, blah, blah. Here, Hypno, make us sleep.
And it's
then,
just the side effect because he's using it on people.
Yeah, instead of Pokemon.
People think that they're Pokemon over here. It's very odd.
So the gang informs the club that their Pokemon might be the cause of the missing children, and that is affecting other Pokemon too. They talk about the Pokemon Center, and Pikachu's also kind of like Pikachu. He's kind of having a moment.
Yeah.
And then Misty gets herself hypnotized on purpose to see if that's what's causing it. And she turns into a seal, or she starts acting like a seal, and the Pokemon seal, not the animal seal.
I mean, it could be either one. You don't know, Devon. She doesn't specify.
Seals don't say their name.
Are you sure?
SEALs don't say their name.
Have you ever met one?
I've been to the zoo, Benjamin.
Well, did it talk to you?
Yes, actually, it did.
Oh, okay. Good.
It had a lot of nice things to say.
Oh, I'm glad.
Especially about your mom.
Oh.
So
She's a very lovely woman. Thank you.
Misty ends up at a lake outside of the mansion where all of the other children are, and they are acting like Pokemon. And this is referred to as Pokemon-itis.
Pokemon-itis. Yeah. Okay. It's just one of the random, like, they just threw it in there to throw it in there.
This episode's so dumb.
This is kind of a dumb episode. I think the kid on the ground acting like the Magikarp is my favorite of the bunch.
Yeah, that was very funny. Just Garp.
But
everyone has the idea to use Drowsy to counteract the effects of, like, the sleep waves, because Drowsy has the dream waves, which are different than sleep waves. And this drops the frame rate.
Yep. Substantially for some reason. It's just like, all right, we're gonna show 3 frames where we're showing 17.
I know nothing about animation, but I think what was happening was that, like, when you draw, you're literally drawing out the frames, right? You're literally drawing those out.
Yeah.
And so let's say you normally things are like in 24 frames per second, and that's makes things not choppy. So for every second, they have to draw out 24 frames.
Yeah.
I think what they did was they just slowed down their footage, but because they literally drew everything out, that actually dropped the frame rate.
Right.
Because then from going from 24 frames per second, Now you're going to 12 frames per second because you're physically slowing the footage down.
Right.
So then that's why the frame rate dropped.
Okay.
Because now you're only getting so many images per second.
That's fair. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I just wanted to bring it up. The Into the Spider-Verse movie. At the beginning of the movie, Miles is drawn at like a lower frame rate because he doesn't know how to like control himself, and it's all talking about. And like through the movie, it like gets higher and higher. So by the end, he's at 24. I just think that's a cool little.
He's not clunky anymore.
Yeah, it's cool. But
is that why I think that movie looks weird?
Yes, that's definitely why you think it.
Okay, yeah, I've always like.
It looks normal by the end of it.
Yeah, I've always looked at like the Spider-Verse. I've never fully seen it, but I always look at it. I'm like, there's something weird about this.
Yeah, and the numbers might be slightly off. I don't know if it's 12 to 24, but like that's throughout the movie as he like gains control of his powers and stuff. His frame rate matches with the rest of the movie. Then
okay,
it's cool. I don't know. I really like that movie.
Of course, Team Rocket has to show up, and they hang glide down to the building doing the motto, and Meowth says, "Meowth, that's flight."
Yep, because they're flying.
It's funny.
Flight, funny, haha.
Jesse tries to get Hypno to hypnotize himself with a mirror, and then Ash hits it with a potted plant. Then Team Rocket tries to steal Drowsy and Hypno with whips, and you ask yourselves, why did they do both? Why did they do the mirror and the whip? And they say that they needed to fill a half hour.
Yep, Jesse just comes right out. And
Literally
says
just breaking the fourth wall. Because we needed that in this episode.
Yes, we did.
Like, we
Absolutely.
needed flashbacks to episodes that we haven't seen. We needed weird plots. We needed the frame rate to drop. We needed weird echoes. We needed a fourth wall break.
Yes.
This episode has it all.
This episode has it all, but not the stuff you want. This just has everything else.
Staryu and Pidgeotto are sent out, and Staryu cuts the whips, and Pidgeotto blows Rocket away, and then Drowsy fixes all the kids, and one of them sounds like Misty.
Yeah, it's definitely the
They
same
only had so many voice actors.
Yeah.
They only had so many.
Yeah, I forgot that was in there, yeah.
My notes are very comprehensive, folks.
Mine are not at all.
I do be taking notes while we're doing this. So Drowsy fixes all the Pokemon at the center, but Psyduck still seems very upset to Northstoy and Brock, and Brock is trying to impress her. He's like, I'll take care of it, and then Psyduck just goes with them.
Yep.
Northstoy's like, okay, your problem.
And then as soon as they're out of earshot, Brock's like trying to pawn it off on Misty, like, well, you're the water type person. I don't know. Just take it.
And then they use the Pokedex, and they find out that Psyducks just always have headaches.
He just be like that.
And then Misty, like, trips,
And
drops a
her
ball,
Pokeball.
rolls into Psyduck. Psyduck's caught, and now Misty has her Psyduck.
I don't know if I ever watched this episode as a kid, so I didn't know that that's how Psyduck got caught.
You're like, whoop.
And I love that so very much.
Misty has a line like, oh no, now I have the headache.
It's because you give everybody else a headache, Misty. It's
Especially Ash.
Oh my god.
And he'll tell you about it, too.
He will tell you about it, too.
This episode sucked.
Yeah, this was a pretty bad episode.
This was such a drag to get through. Like, that's
honestly,
why,
this is probably the worst one.
That's why we sped through it.
Yeah.
The amount of time we've actually spent talking about the episode was like, meh.
Nothing. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm 100%.
Like, there was just nothing to this one.
Yeah. And it existed, and Misty caught Psyduck. That's the gist. That's all you really need to know.
Episode 27.
Woo!
This is called Pokemon Fashion Flash. Came out October 7th, 1997 in Japanese, and October 14th, 1998 in English. So, Ben, who was that Pokemon?
There's only one Pokemon that we are introduced to. It's Vulpix.
It was in fact Vulpix.
100%.
My
It
guy
has to be
locked in.
Locked in. I have it written down on this one. I'm like,
Just
it's Vulpix.
circled 3 times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Vulpix. Which I always was kind of... this is another one that I don't really remember when I was a kid. And I always thought it was weird that Brock had a Vulpix, but like knowing the backstory here, I remembered he had one, mostly actually because of Pokemon Puzzle League that I was playing yesterday. It's on his team there.
Sick. I literally only remember that Misty has a Psyduck because of the Pokemon movie, the first movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
The Psyduck fight.
Yeah. I
love that scene so much.
That is a really good scene. It reminds me of the Metapod battle, actually, where they're just kind of...
No, the Psyduck fight's way more epic.
It is.
Psyduck. Right. Look at the camera. Right.
It is. It is good. But yeah, it was always weird to me that Brock had a Vulpix, but knowing his backstory makes sense.
And now we have the lore of how Vulpix came to be. And so let's talk about that, shall we? The gang is still exploring the suburbs of Celadon City, and they find themselves in Scissor Street. And this is where all the breeders are. Remember, Brock wants to breed. He wants to be a breeder. There's this new salon that is all the rage. It is Salon Roque.
Roque.
It's Team Rocket, isn't it?
It is absolutely Team Rocket.
We're starting off early this episode.
Woo! And they just their idea of a Pokemon salon is just throw as much as we can onto whatever Pokemon this is.
It's a scam.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
They're making Pokemon ugly, calling it fashion, and it is a scam.
And Meowth sees it like that.
Yeah.
The other two do not at all.
Right,
They're
yeah.
so getting into this too. They're like, oh, we should just do this all the
This
time.
is the point.
So much fun. Like this, it's so great. And you see all the Pokemon walking around with their accessories. There's a Bulbasaur with a mohawk for some reason in the middle. I don't know why I locked onto that, but that Bulbasaur was
The
actually
trainer
pretty cool.
also has a mohawk.
Yeah, but it's just cool. I like the Bulbasaur. But they're just their makeup and accessories and they're just over the top with this.
Yeah.
And it is very interesting. It's almost makes me think of kind of, is this where they got some of the inspiration for like Pokemon contests later on? Maybe?
Yeah, because you would dress your Pokemon up in the contest or something like that.
Kind of, yeah. It's you don't really get into that until Gen 6 where they've got the like cosplay Pikachu.
I'm thinking of the pictures in Gen 2. Where's our pic? I swear there was a thing where you could like dress up your Pokemon in like a thing.
That's fair. I'm not as familiar with Gen 2 games, so I can't.
I mean like Heart
say
Gold
for
and Soul
sure.
Silver. I swear you like there was a thing where you could like put little tutus on them or whatever.
That's fair. Your Gen 5 has
Gen
the
5.
weird like sticker almost things that you can put like accessories and stuff
Okay.
on your Pokemon.
Gen 5.
But in the contests in Gen 5, yeah, they do
Okay.
have a little bit of that. It's fair. Gen 3 didn't really have anything crazy. That's just what introduced the
Introduced
contests.
them, yeah.
But it's like the stats. 4 had the bowl capsules that it added. So they added a little bit like every generation.
Each time until they killed them.
Until they killed them. Yeah. They're completely gone now.
We're doing super trading now.
Woo! So much fun. I actually think I like super trading more than contests. I
It
was
just
not a
makes
contest
the
guy,
game better and
Yeah,
more
exactly.
better for competitive players.
which I am closer to a competitive player than I am anything
weirdo.
contest related. Yeah, so but
Misty is interested in Salon Roque, and she wants to get in line, but Brock sees the store he's after. And in the store, there's a girl massaging a Chansey so well that the screen has to be dimmed. This Chansey is so shiny.
oh, it is. It is.
Looks like a rocket, like a missile. Just whew.
Yeah.
And the gang sees the Vulpix that we were talking about earlier laying on a chair.
And Brock. Sorry.
Brock.
Yeah, Brock also sees this and recognizes the Vulpix and all that. This is the first woman that Brock is actually like intimidated and doesn't immediately go into like flirting with her hardcore. Like he's actually like kind of nervous. at
Yeah,
first.
he's not being normal around her,
Yeah.
but he's not being like fully like, I like you, go out with me. He's more like, I like you, go out
Yeah,
with me.
he is what I imagine myself trying to talk to an attractive woman being.
I don't
This
have to
is-
imagine. I know it's me.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, I know it's me, dude.
I didn't want to call you out, but you're not wrong. I'm the
Please
same
do.
way. Fair enough.
The way that I flirt with women is I sit over here
Is I
10
don't.
feet from them, and I sit and I look at them and I go, wow, she's very pretty. Anyway, Ben, how are you doing today?
Yep,
We have to get
that's-
out of here as fast as we possibly can.
Yep.
Shout out
That is
to
exactly
like the
it.
other day we were going into that restaurant. You were like, Devon, was that girl wearing a Cowboy Bebop shirt? I was like, dude, I don't know. You're like, why don't you know? Because I wasn't making eye contact with her. I was like, I have to get out of here as soon as I can.
I hadn't forgot about that until you brought it up. That's funny. Yeah, that's accurate.
And the gang sees the Vulpix laying on a chair, and against the girl's wishes, Misty picks the Vulpix up and gets a flamethrower in the face.
Immediately. But it's not very effective because she's a water type.
True.
Yeah.
This girl is Susie, and Brock wants to breed with her. I mean, learn to breed from her. I mean, learn to be a breeder from her. Susie is a very accomplished breeder, and Brock knows all about her. He also knows all about Vulpix.
Yes.
And that's why he's nervous around her. He's a little starstruck.
It makes sense, but it's just interesting to me how they play it because Brock is such a flirt, such like
Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool to see him actually more of a person instead of just a trope.
Yeah, it's not fully out of character for him, but it's a different way to do his character.
Exactly. Yeah, and I like that a lot.
The gang all sits down to have a chat with Susie, and Vulpix likes the food that Brock makes. And Misty asks Susie her thoughts on the Salon Roquet.
Yeah.
And this is where we get the whole moral of the story.
Yes.
Susie says that Roquet is making Pokemon flashy while she's trying to bring out a Pokemon's true beauty. And then Ash and Misty have a further argument about whether the inside is what matters or the outside is what matters.
Yep.
Ash is very like, it is only the inside that matters. And Misty is very like, well, no, but like, yeah, the inside matters too. But like, also, I think like, I want to be pretty.
Bulbasaur with a mohawk just looks cool. I don't know what
Bulbasaur
you're
with a
saying.
mohawk, man.
Yeah. I also wanted to point out that Misty is like actually being a good wingman for Brock here too. She's like introducing like, oh yeah, Brock made all this food like himself. Like this is really cool and like hyping him up. Like,
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. It's cool.
We love to see Wing Woman Misty.
Woo!
And Misty, after her argument with Ash, runs out to give her Psyduck a makeover at Salon Roquet.
Of course.
Brock has an idea for something that Susie can do, and he suggests that Susie start a class for people to join, and Brock and Ash help her out. And we see that Pikachu likes getting his cheeks massaged.
Very much. Yes. He's laying on the table. Ash is
It's very
going ham.
cute.
It is very cute.
Very cute.
It's very cute. And she talks about how like it's most effective when it's your own trainer doing it, so that's why he's doing it for the trainer and showing off the technique, and it's very nice.
Because of this, everyone leaves Salon Roquet, and Misty can go right in. And Rocket is shocked to see Misty's here, and they give her a makeover instead of Psyduck.
Yep. They go right for her. And Misty does not realize somehow that this is Team Rocket.
Yeah.
It says Roquet right on the outside of the building,
Roquet.
and yeah.
Meowth blows the cover though, and then Jesse just stops a mudhole in Meowth, and James drops an elbow on him like 10 times. He's just bang, gets back up, bang, gets back up, bang.
They beat the hell out of Meowth for no reason. They just, all right.
Why would you tell her? And Meowth's like, we gotta do the thing, man. Like, we're not running a business. We are running a sham operation.
And that has
she
nothing to do with
finds
these
out-
people, so let's just shove her out and keep it going. And yeah.
Psyduck runs away to help Misty, but Misty thinks that Psyduck is running away.
Which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I just like, she just met this Psyduck and she's already to the point, all right, he hates me, cool, written off, done.
I think it's more,
Like,
I hate it. And why are you leaving me, you stupid duck?
yeah, okay.
Get back here and fight for me. But Psyduck's like, right back, I gotta get someone. He runs over to the salon.
He does it
What's
good.
that, Psyduck?
Billy fell down the well.
And Misty got stuck in the salon. Team Rocket, let's go.
oh,
And then the
God.
boys and Susie all run over to help Misty. And then we see that screenshot where Meowth's hand looks very phallic. You've seen the screenshot.
Yeah, I forgot about that until you mentioned it.
Again, my notes
Your
are
notes
very
are
thorough.
impeccable.
Team Rocket do the motto, and I swear we see a reference to Revolutionary Girl Lieutenant. Like, Jessie is in, like, the uniform that Lieutenant wears.
Oh,
And just
I got you,
that,
I got
yeah,
you,
that
I
thing
got
that
you.
I
Yeah,
told you
yeah,
about.
yep. I remember
Because, like, we're on the couch and we're watching this, and I'm like, what is that anime? What is the anime? I'm like, we gotta stop, I gotta figure this out. It took me way too long to, like, figure it out, because I'm, like, trying to describe it in Google.
Yep,
And I'm pretty sure 90s shoujo anime is what got me to her.
good job.
And we got to Revolutionary Girl Lieutenant, and I showed him, and you were like,
Yeah, it was pretty spot on. We'll have a thing up there, I'm sure.
yeah, it's up there, graphics. Thanks, me. Pikachu and Geodude are the ones after Ekans and Coughing, and Ekans and Coughing were at the front of the store in clothes, and now they're still in the clothes.
Yep.
Like, they were like, Ekans, we're gonna hang you right here. Coughing, hang right there, and then stay there, and when we need you, we'll come get you.
And then they needed them, so they just
They
take
just
them.
stayed there.
Yep.
Like mascots.
Yeah. Well, they're obedient. I mean, we know that from the episode that we actually got to talk to
The
them
giant
a little
Pokemon,
bit.
yeah.
So, I mean, it makes sense. It's just very odd.
Yeah. Ekans and Coughing, because they were in these clothes, they trip over said clothes.
Yep.
And then Vulpix comes in to fight.
Yes.
Because Susie wants to fight for her beliefs, and Vulpix hits a fire spin, and Rocket goes away.
Bye-bye, Rocket.
And we figure out that the message is that a cute face can reveal the true beauty within. Do you agree with that message, Ben?
I absolutely do. Absolutely.
Misty is upset about Psyduck running away, and then Susie gives Brock the Vulpix. I didn't remember Brock had a Vulpix.
I remembered, I just didn't know where it came from, and now I know.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Well, it came from the Puzzle League.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was a reference to Pokemon Puzzle League. That makes sense.
Yeah, because that came out first.
Yeah, definitely. Of course. Why are we talking about Puzzle League so
Because
much?
you brought it up. You were the one.
I know. It's a fun game. If you haven't played it, you should play it. It's on Nintendo Switch Online on the 64 emulator. If you've got that, it's a lot of fun.
I've played a little bit of Puzzle League. I don't like it.
Really?
I'm not good with puzzle.
Okay, that's fair. I like puzzle games. I like Tetris a lot. I played a ton of Tetris 99 when it first came out with the Switch stuff.
Yeah.
I got really good at that.
Yeah, I feel the same about that Vulpix episode as I did the previous episode with the Hypnos.
I feel like it was a little better just because it kind of gave Brock a little bit more time to shine a little bit here. He's in the limelight instead of Ash. And I don't know.
And we barely got any Ash in the previous episode.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm honestly okay with that every once in a while. I feel like the show is very Ash-centric, which makes sense. He's the main protagonist.
It's his show.
But every once in a while, it's nice to kind of learn more about the other two that are coming around with him. You know? So I don't think this was a bad episode. I don't think it's a great episode. I don't think it's bad, though.
It's one of the Pokemon episodes, and we're going to get a lot of those going forward.
We are. That we are. Quite a lot.
Moving on to episode 28, The Punchy Pokemon. It came out October 14th, 1997 in Japanese, and October 15th, 1998 in English. So, Ben, who was that Pokemon?
Was it Hitmonchan?
It was, in fact, Hitmonchan.
Okay. There were a couple that I wasn't sure, just depending on when the commercial break was.
There was a lot of Pokemon later in the episode, not so many early in the episode.
In the middle where the break would be. So that was,
All right.
Yeah.
The episode starts with a Hitmonchan running a la Rocky, and we see a girl watching, and she hides when Ash and the gang show up. And Ash comes up on the Hitmonchan, and he tells Pikachu that if he can beat Hitmonchan, he can be the world champion. World champion? Well, you know the Peakster isn't gonna pass up the opportunity to be world champion, dude. Hitmonchan, what you gonna do when the red and yellow runs wild on you? And so Ash challenges Hitmonchan to a match, and Pikachu's got these little boxing gloves on.
They were really cute, yeah.
And Brock is our special guest timekeeper for this bout, and so he rings the bell.
He's got the bell.
And immediately Hitmonchan just stiffs arm Pikachu, and Pikachu cannot hit him because his arms are too short.
Of course they are. Because he's half of Hitmonchan's height. I mean, he's
more like a quarter, honestly.
If that. Half with the ears, maybe.
Yeah. Ash then calls for the Rocket Punch, and it seems effective, but Hitmonchan just no-sells it. Yeah. It's all flash, no substance.
Oh, absolutely. I like to think about the fact that, okay, this is something that they've worked on. They've trained for this Rocket Punch, and then they just use it and it doesn't work.
to think the idea that he was going to use it on Team Rocket. That's why he called it the Rocket Punch.
I really hope that was the idea behind it.
Pikachu, we can't just finish every fight with a Thunderbolt. We need to come up with a new special move just for them. We're going to unveil it on them when they come up. Let's call it the Rocket Punch. But Ash calls for it, and it does nothing.
Nothing at all.
We see Hitmonchan's trainer then show up, and he tells Hitmonchan to give it his all because he needs to win all of his fights to prove himself. This man is named Anthony, and his name is a reference to Antonio Inoki. His name in the Japanese version is straight up Antonio, but they changed it to Anthony here. Who is Antonio Inoki, you may ask?
I am asking Devon, who is he?
Antonio Inoki is the founder and previous owner of NJPW, or New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's one of the most influential professional wrestlers ever. F you, this is the wrestling episode. I get to have my wrestling. If you've been annoyed by it before, get ready, but it's deserved now because it's time.
I'm letting him take over this episode. I'm so sorry.
I get free reign. I am unleashed.
Unleash the DevBrev.
Why does this video only have so many views? Why does the retention tank right once we start talking about it? Okay, I wonder. The girl is Rebecca, and she reveals herself, and she is Anthony's daughter, and she wants her father to come home, but he says he will not until he wins the P1 Grand Prix Championship. This is a reference to the IWGP Championship, which stands for International Wrestling Grand Prix Champ. And then the way that you win a title shot for it is by winning the G1 Climax.
Gotcha. I was going to ask if it was a reference to that, actually. I'm really glad you said that.
Yeah, because it's Grand Prix, IWGP Grand Prix, And then it's the P1 Grand Prix. And this is the G1 climax to get a shot.
Okay, you're saying a lot of letters and numbers that they're in one ear, out the other.
I'll slow it down for you.
No, that's okay.
As we go
You really
on.
don't have to. You can do as much as you want, buddy.
Brock is enamored with the girl because, of course, he is.
Of course.
And the girl pleads for them to beat her dad's Hitmonchan so he can come home.
Yeah.
And Ash says that he will enter Primeape, while Brock says that he will enter his Geodude.
I hate the Geodude is the one that okay, I've got to rant for a second.
Okay, the Raids are back.
You're looking at me now, not him, me. Okay, why is Geodude entered in this contest? This is a fighting contest. They specifically say that multiple times. I understand he's got fists. He can punch things. He is a rock ground type. There's nothing fighting about Geodude at all.
Well, in the Pokemon trading card game, there is no rock type or ground type or fighting type. It's all the one with the fist energy.
Yeah,
the fighting
because
energy.
it's the brown type.
So yeah,
is essentially how that works.
That's what connects them.
Oh,
the trading
that's
card
definitely
game.
It. Yeah, okay. It's not. Okay. Yeah, sure. I hate it. I hate it so much. It annoyed me this entire episode. Everything else in there is a fighting type. They have more fighting types in that generation to pick, and they decided that Brock and his Geodude are going to be the ones to do it.
Yeah.
It annoyed me very much.
Well, there's got to be the jobber in there.
Does there, though?
Yeah, there's
What's
always...
a jobber, Devon?
So a jobber is... Okay, so wrestling's fake.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And so there are people who are just on the payroll to go out and lose. And when you lose, it's called doing the job.
Okay.
And so if you're a jobber, your role is to just go
lose.
Out there and lose.
Okay. I guess that's fair. Why did the jobber have to be on Ash's team, though? They could have just, found somebody,
Because Ash has the world champ. Look, okay. Hulk Hogan's tag partner was Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
I've never heard of this man. Go on.
If you're gonna have Brutus Beefcake, you might as well team him up with Hulk Hogan.
Why not?
There's got, because no one's gonna buy Brutus Beefcake doing anything important, especially in 1994, or 1993, excuse me.
Oh,
so
sorry.
you gotta pair him up with Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Hogan wasn't wrestling in 94. He was doing Thunder in Paradise.
Okay.
You know what that is.
I do. I know.
You don't.
You made me watch that one.
Team Rocket also wants to get their hands on the strap, and so they can sell it, but they don't have any fighting Pokemon. So they steal a guy's Hitmonlee, and they also steal his trench coat.
Yep. And they're just big trainer the whole time.
It is Jesse and James in a trench coat.
Yep.
The official name for that guy is the Giant.
The Giant.
Well, because he's very
Andre
big.
the Giant.
Probably,
Okay.
yeah.
I do know that one.
He knows that guy.
He was in Princess Bride. That's the only reason I know him. But I do know that one.
Yeah. We then get to the tournament, and this is very obviously the Tokyo Dome, so add a star to all the match ratings. And in the first match we see is Machop versus Primeape. And Machop is getting some heat on Primeape at the start of the match, and Primeape gets pushed into the corner, and then Primeape comes back at Machop with a kick, but Machop grabs Primeape and goes into the Cesaro swing. If you've seen AEW or know who Claudio Cesaro is, Claudio Cesaro was his name in WWE. Claudio Castagnoli is his name in AEW. He just grabs a guy by their legs and just starts swinging them.
Yeah. I watched the episode. I didn't watch.
He just starts swinging them like a pendulum.
That's great.
And then Primeape gets thrown to the outside, but Ash lands on the ground, protecting Primeape, making sure he doesn't hit the ground. And this makes Primeape immediately trust Ash.
Yeah, this is actually a really cool turning point for Primeape, because up until this point, Primeape's all right, I'm mad, I'm gonna do my thing, I'm gonna win, no matter what, this is how I'm gonna do this.
I'm fueled by rage.
Exactly. And now he's finally okay, hey, maybe this guy actually cares about me a little bit. Maybe I should listen to him. And this is where he finally starts to become obedient with Ash and trust him as a trainer, which I think is a cool moment.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to come back from the way Ash and Primeape met, but that is a good way to do it.
Yeah. Primeape gets the comeback on Machop and then hits a flying kick for the win. And then we see the next match, which is Geodude versus Hitmonlee, the Hitmonlee that's being controlled by Team Rocket in a trench coat. Geodude is immediately thrown to the outside onto Brock's head by a kick from Hitmonlee, and Geodude goes back in, but Hitmonlee continues to get heat on Geodude with kicks. And Anthony encourages Brock to just throw in the towel. A squash match on pay-per-view like this. Lame. lame. We didn't see a match of the rest of the undercard until we get to Hitmonchan versus Hitmonlee.
Okay.
The two seem evenly matched. Hitmonchan keeps dodging Hitmonlee's kicks, so Meowth decides to interfere by gluing Hitmonchan to the match. It's a better finish than Seth Rollins versus The Fiend in Hell in a Cell 2019, so I'll take it. Hitmonchan is getting worked over, and Rebecca somehow gets into the ring between these two. She was like in the lower bowl, and somehow she's in the ring.
That's fair. I thought you were going to talk about, like, yeah, she somehow, like, she interfered with the match. So I'm like, I've seen some of the wrestling matches and how much people interfere with the match itself.
It's not that, like, she's in there and they let her.
How did she
how
teleport?
did she run that far? Like, it's not like she was ringside.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people around her.
Fair.
And it's a really big, like, arena. Like, there's no seats, like, ringside. They're all, like, in the stands. Because it's based off the Tokyo Dome. The Tokyo Dome is a baseball stadium.
Okay.
So all the stands are, like,
Pretty
around
far, yeah.
the field.
Okay.
And that's how it's set up here. How did she get from, like, the stands all the way down there? She would have had to start running when the match started, or, like, even before then. Oh, I'm going to just go see my dad, see how he's doing. Oh, no, stuff's going down.
That's fair. She's just really good friends with Sabrina, so Kadabra actually just teleported her.
Yuri Geller teleported her in.
Exactly.
That's a good headcanon there.
Yeah. There we
Sabrina's really big into the Pokemon Grand Prix.
I really hope so. Oh.
And then Anthony ends up taking the hit for his daughter, and then he, in fact, throws in the towel. So Hitmonchan is lost, and the main event is Hitmonlee versus a Primeape. And Rocket reveals themselves, and James collapses during the mono from carrying Jesse because he was on the bottom.
Yep. I have so many jokes. Not gonna go there.
Okay. We're keeping it PG, folks. And then we get into the match. Hitmonlee is working over Primeape, and then Primeape comes back and starts getting some hits on Hitmonlee. And then Pikachu then sees Meowth come out from under the ring. Rocket has rigged the ring to have an electric current run through the mat at the push of a button. What is this, TNA in 2009? Pikachu manages to take care of the gimmick to Rocket's confusion, and Hitmonlee is on the post. He's going for a flying kick, but then Primeape catches him into a press and hits a midair press slam. This is called a seismic toss. Literally every time a Pokemon picks up someone and throws them, it is called a seismic toss.
Because they don't have another word for it. It's just this move that already exists. So
yeah.
We'll just throw it in.
But there's so many variations to the seismic toss.
Yes.
But there's so many wrestling names, move names, and like so many of them are like the same.
Yeah.
Because there's like slight variations. There's like Chelsea Green has a move where she's back to back with someone and then she jumps and then they both go down like on their butts. She calls that the unpretty her, which is a play off the unprettier, which is Christian Cage's move, but he doesn't jump when he does it.
Okay.
He just drops. And that's the only difference.
It's the same.
It's essentially the same move.
Okay.
And then there's like Jeff Hardy who has the senton where he just kind of like jumps forward and he lands like feet going down on someone, like a front flip. It's called a senton, but he calls it a swanton because swans are graceful.
Just a little fun fact for you. If you double tap on the right side of the screen, it does skip a little bit.
Yeah, you go a little cog on the bottom of the YouTube, and then double speed. And if you have premium, it can actually go even faster.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, this match, Hitmonlee versus Primeape, was graded 7.25 stars out of 5 by Dave Magmar of the Pokemon Observer newsletter.
Nice.
Primeape is deemed the P1 champion, and don't worry, he'll lose it to Pikachu within a month. It's what's best for business, brother. And at the end of the episode, Ash gives Anthony his Primeape. I figured out why I didn't remember Ash had a Primeape.
That would be
It's
exactly
been 4 episodes.
Yep.
And he just started to trust Ash.
Yeah. And there's no like in between there either. It's just, all right, he gets it. He doesn't have it anymore, and that's it.
There's a reason why everyone like talks about Bye Bye Butterfree, but not when Ash gave up his Primeape.
Yep.
It's not deserved at all.
I like going back and watching those videos that people make of like, all right, this is every Pokemon that Ash has had like through his whole journey, and just like, I didn't remember he had that, and because it's in like half of an episode.
Yeah.
It's just gone. There are so many of those. and it's like the army of Tauros that
The
he
30
catches later
Tauros
on. Yeah,
that you don't see.
that you never see. There are so many of them that he has his favorites, and that's what he uses. It's like every kid getting their first Pokemon game, they use their starter and like maybe an HM slave.
Throw all of them away.
And the rest of them don't matter. But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I really liked Primeape, and I wish he would have stuck around, but I get it.
Yeah, it would have been a fun addition. But now Ash is back down to 5.
Yeah.
Like, Krabby has to come in.
Yeah.
We gotta tag Krabby in, because what else are we gonna do? Hot tag!
I didn't know what it was called. I just wanted to, but...
I mean, that is essentially that's the referee, like,
Yeah.
when they tag hot tag.
I got I also, you kind of skipped over this, just something that I
You gave the reins to me, by the way.
I did, totally. It was like right before the end of the match, Meowth is like questioning like, why is the shocker working?
Right.
And Pikachu just hands the thing back to him. And it's the funniest reaction that I think I've seen. It's a very funny part of the episode. But that was the only other thing I had. I barely had any notes for this episode.
Yeah.
I'm not
Meanwhile,
a
there's
wrestling
me like,
guy.
actually, Antonio Inoki. He wanted to have the Ultimate Warrior instead of Vader, but it ended up being Vader.
Yeah. I will say it was an entertaining episode. I don't necessarily think it was
I liked it, but I wonder why I liked it.
As being like a not wrestling person, like the only wrestling I know is what you've shown me. But
he's seen Mick Foley and The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. He has seen that. He has also seen AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels in that Triple Threat.
I've also seen a good bit of Stephanie Becaire because I like her.
My God, I love Stephanie Becaire. She's world heavyweight champion now.
Woo! Good for her. That's awesome. I don't know, man.
Like, I don't care.
But no, like being a not like a wrestling person, like I did still think this was a good episode overall. I thought it was entertaining. It just didn't have a lot of substance to it. It's like, all right, we're gonna do a fighting.
Yeah, we're just doing a lot of wrestling references because Japan loves their wrestling.
Oh yeah, I have noticed. But yeah, I genuinely I thought it was good.
Okay. So I guess we don't have any more to talk about with Pokemon.
I don't think so.
We could also just sit here and talk about wrestling forever.
You can do that. I'm gonna go to bed.
I don't think they want that either.
I don't think so either. They might click on those podcasts instead of the Pokemon one if they do.
Right.
But that's okay. I don't either. I don't blame you.
All right, so I guess with that, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, tell us how annoying my wrestling talk was. Make sure to follow me on my own platforms at DevBrev on all platforms. Ben, where can they find you?
Discjockeymonkeyboys. If you ever need anything musical around Ohio, we're your guys. Check us out.
And until next time, trainers, gotta watch 'em all.